What steps can I take to reduce daily stress and gain mental clarity as a CEO? I hear questions all the time about specific actionable things I can do every day to reduce my stress, particularly as a CEO. So the fundamental thing about reducing stress is there's not an off button, okay? You're not gonna be able to flick a switch and the stress goes away. It's a lot like losing weight or controlling your glucose if you're pre-diabetic, type 2 diabetic, whatever. Little steps, that's the point. Weight loss, it's little steps. It's not having that extra chocolate chip cookie if you're dieting. So reducing stress is not an off switch. It's doing small habit changes that over time build up and magnify one another, where you turn around in a month or 2 or 3 or a year and wow, I feel good. So what are some specific examples? One of the things I like to do, so I've got an iPhone, a lot of us have iPhones. There's an app in Apple Health for a wellness check-in. How are you feeling? You can do it 2 ways. How am I feeling today, or how do I feel right now? I like to do the one, how do I feel right now? Do it a couple times a day, and then once a week, once a month, I'll go back over those snapshots in time to see what I was upset about, how I felt. Was it work? Was it personal? Was it career? Was it money? Was it a bunch of different things? It's a great app. So you can see trends over time. So you gotta measure it, and I've found that's a pretty good way to measure it. Now, what are some actionable steps that you can do? A lot of entrepreneurs have a morning routine. If you don't, you ought to create a morning routine. And it doesn't have to be fancy to start, just start something. You know, if you're laying in bed, scrolling TikTok, that's probably not a good way to start your day. Once you wake up, 5-second rule, get out of bed. What I do, I'll have a meditation session, just short, 10 minutes. I tried unguided meditation for years. On and off, feast and famine, and I would go for a couple days or a week and then stop for a month. Unguided wasn't for me. Might be for you, but unguided wasn't for me. So I use guided meditation. I just use an app on the phone, and I just listen to the fellow talk, and I do what he says. I need that guidance in meditation so that I'm not lost. And that's a lot like entrepreneurship, okay? You need to have a guide, whether it's a mentor, whether it's a peer group, your life partner. I say just, but if it can be your life partner, of course. The next thing I do, you don't have to do this, but I like to catch up on the news, current events. And that sort of 10 to 15 minute chunk in the morning, that's my only current events for the day, okay? I'm not a news junkie, but I like to have a little bit of a sense for what's going on in the world so I can at least speak intelligently, like who won the Super Bowl. I'm not a big sports guy, but you know, I want to at least know what's going on in the world. And then I'll usually have some breakfast. Oh, by the way, I'm drinking coffee through this whole thing because I love coffee. So that works for me. Tea works too. Whatever starts your day. Step 1 to reduce stress. Routine reduces stress. What I just said, I've got a morning routine. The more things you don't have to think about, the more things you can remove decision-making, the less stressful your life becomes. If you want to, you can wear the same thing every day. I tend to do that. I'll change it up every now and again, but I don't like to make a decision about what to wear. So I just wear the same thing. Food, I have the same breakfast pretty much every day. Lunch, I'll have a salad with some chicken or something like that. So the more decisions, the more routine things that you can get out of decision-making, save your mental space for the really important decisions. So routine, remove decisions you don't need to make. And step 3, understanding your energy levels. We all have different energy levels through the day, okay? Some people are very creative in the evening. Some people are in the afternoon. For me, I'm very creative in the morning. That's my creativity time. Right after my morning routine, right after the meditation, right after the news, right after some food, I'm ready to get creative. I keep a list of stuff queued up that I have to be creative about so that I don't have to make that decision when I need to be creative, when I have that time. I can just look at my list, take the first one on there, and that's what I'm gonna do. Okay? You can take that a step further if you want. Take some Post-it notes, write it down so you don't have to look at your phone or look at your list. You've got that ready to go. And the other thing I like to do is keep it simple. Okay? When you're feeling creative, keep it low tech. This is actually something I learned from Sam Altman recently. He carries one of these, compact pen in here, rigid cover, so that you can write. Again, little things that work for you. For me, it's morning routine, eliminating decisions, and knowing when I'm creative.